Alright, so I cleaned out the glove box, the manual out of there and everything. I noticed a little connector sitting here, connected to nothing, so I'm not sure what that does. Maybe there's a light up here? I don't know. But it's just dangling, so maybe once I get the glove box out of here I'll figure out what that might be supposed to be connected to, so we'll see. So I guess the first thing I got to do is take this guy off. Alright, so that rope or cord was, I hate flashlights. Anyway, it was around this guy. I actually had to take a pair of pliers and kind of pull this up. It's very rigid, so it took a little bit to get that cord off of there. And then you just, on each side, you reach around and push in this thing to get past here on both sides. So I pulled this down. Now I have to figure out how to get the bottom out, but it's probably similar, pop something out. So I'm going to get to that here in a minute. Alright, so to get this thing off, when it was on the hinge over here, you can see it's just hanging on there. So all I really did was just smack the back of this until it popped off of these little holder thingies here. So anyway, they're not fastened with anything, it's just sitting on there. So that's out, and this will give me a little more room, I hope, in there. So after the glove box is removed, we have this bottom carpety thing kind of in the way because you don't have much space to get in and do anything here. So I'm guessing, oh, there's the these guys. Where did I show that? Oh, here we go. This black guy, you can see right here. This tab, you got to pop that out, and there's one on that side. So it'll be something like this. Okay, so I finally popped this guy out of there. I could probably get by without having to take the other one out. 6 of one, half dozen another. We'll see if it annoys me and I'm doing a lot of work under here. I may remove the rest of it. But that gives me more room in here. Now the grommet is right here, so you figure coming through around here, it's probably going to be this. Yeah, I don't know if you can see it, but right about where my hand is, there's a rubber. Yeah. My hand is going through kind of a rubber thingy, so I'm heading into the grommet area with my fingers. So it's continues to be coffee break time, and anyway, I just want to mention I'm having a heck of a time getting this grill off of here. Okay, so here it is. I was actually on Crutchfield tech support holding for them, and I hung up as the first part finally popped up, but I was really giving a lot of oomph, and so I worked my way out onto a different area, and I think all it was I located one of these, and while pushing down I probably pushed this in a little bit, enough to get it to release. But you know, the instructions would be a lot better. Oh, just pry around here. Well, not really. You want to find one of these and you want to push this thing in, not just pry this thing up, because that doesn't work. And frankly, I just lucked out by trying a different area and just happened to push this in a little bit. And so anyway, that's how you get it out, though. It'll work. You just have to find one of these, and I guess from up top you wouldn't know. I guess if you stuck a tool through and ran it around the edge until you hit a butt up against something, and then brought a tool through and pushed down, kind of at an angle, at this angle, that would probably do it. So anyhow, that's how you get these off. Let's see if I can find. I can't exactly slide around there, but maybe. Still can't tell if I'm hitting one of these, but it looks like I popped one of them up. Yeah. Get out of there before it falls down. There we go. That's probably about it. All right, so it certainly helps to know what's under there anyway. So you can see the existing, I think the 3.5 inch, sorry, speaker. So that's the one that's going to come out, and hopefully I can figure out how to connect the wires to that from the door and or wherever the crossover is going to be. So anyhow, much easier this time. I'm just kind of getting a look out for spaces where I might be able to put the crossover, sort of crossover hunting. I was kind of thinking maybe right there, because you remember you have this space going to be used by the glove box up until about there, but back there looks wide open. Of course, I'd rather have it over here maybe, but I'm not sure what I would hook it onto. So I'm still thinking, and I don't want it in the door because you got moisture in there, possibly rainwater dripping down, whatever. So I'd rather have it in here and run the speaker wire through here to the new speaker. Anyway, just thinking about things. Okay, so I removed the outer trim piece and unscrewed this. I went to look down here to see if there's screws. There was one here. I didn't take it off, so somebody didn't put that back on. I'm guessing there's one over there, so I'll just continue onward. That's the second missing screw I've found on the car, so I'm going to get some of those extra black ones and these guys and make sure that I get those back together. I mean, there's enough rattling in this car as it is, so anyway, it is a Dodge. Alright, so this guy's out. Pan back here a little bit so you can see it. So it was just this screw and this one that was already out, like I mentioned. The rest of these were just pop-offs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 maybe. So anyhow, pretty easy to get off. And at least I can see a little better. I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach anything any better, but anyhow, take a look and I'll get back to you. Alright, so I'm looking at this frustrating mess here. Really the big problem is the emergency brake. All that metal casing in there is covering where I'd like to be getting to. But the interesting thing is that this little slot right here, if I look into it, and you probably can't see it, you have to hit it just right with light, but anyway, you can see the cables in there. Those are going in through the grommet. So that's where I want to be. Now I guess, you know, I could drill out this hole, son, and shove a feeder through there, but I think I should be able to pop this out and do the same thing somewhere up through here before you get to the metal. I think just under here, probably right up through here. I'll pull that rubber out. The rubber pieces are held on with those usual little plastic dinghies you pop out, or I might just punch a hole right through it and just try to fish it straight through there. It's not very pretty, but I think it's doable anyway. All right, I think I've found the magic hole in here. If you look at where this springy thing is, okay, and get this wire out of the way. If I follow my hands up right past that springy wire thing, there's a hole, and it's like a, you know, where the rubber's cut crisscross so that you can get in there. I believe my hand is actually in the grommet hole, so this is not pretty, but it's doable. Okay, so here's the stock speaker, and I guess now I'll reach up there and see if the cable that I thought I was grabbing, I could probably do it from right here. The one I thought I was grabbing was the, yep, that's the one. So we found the speaker wire, so I can just reach in right through the glove box and get to this, so that's good. The one thing I didn't look at was the one on the hell side over there to see how difficult that one will get to, but I'm going to go unscrew that one. This is a great tool, by the way. I got one of these. This is really cheap, but you know, a horizontal screwdriver kind of a thing. Definitely need one of these. Anyway, I'm going to do the other side and see if I can get to it. All right, so I was talking about dremeling this little lobe off of here, but you know, I'm going to leave it on because my speakers, the ones I ordered, are supposed to fit in here, and it occurred to me that these could also shelter from moisture dripping down in there. So if it doesn't touch my particular speakers and I don't have a fittage problem, then I'm not going to go to the trouble to remove these. It could actually protect from moisture, so I'm going to leave that intact for now. Just wanted to mention. Okay, so as I mentioned, I'm going to leave these intact for now, but I'm not going to screw it back on because having it off gives me easier access for when I string the cable. And it occurred to me, you know, I reach right in here and I can put my hand right through the hole of the grommet. So it occurred to me that it's actually going to be easier to fish through this way, through the door going that way, instead of through the console of the car and out this way. So, and that's not all that important on this side, but it's real important on the other side. And that's the way I'm going to do that. And it should just pop through that little cut opening of rubber that I mentioned that's up above that spring thing. If you were watching the video, that side of the car is a little nastier. Now I do need to go get that other speaker removed. I had it just about out, and I have to see if I can at least get to that cable. Once I do that, I'll feel good about, and in fact I guess I'll probably remove the head unit, and then I'll sort of be ready. But what I really wanted to do, this is a three-day weekend and vacation, so what I had wanted to do is do more of this, but it hadn't come in the mail, but the guy just showed up about an hour ago. So I got 2 more boxes of this. So after the head unit, I'm going to do some of that and this and that and that and take it from there. So progress.